like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up, like a captive. I'm to you. Used to pay to my mom life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found. but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I got to keep you, to keep you?
Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mountain Mayhem. I am Alderia, joined this time with someone a bit out of the norm. Rhodes, unfortunately, could not join us today. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. So I'm joined by our lovely Observer, Ecstatic. We're letting him off the leash. We're going to let him talk this time.
Howdy, everybody.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, we usually get to hear you every now and then. Usually you're muted for stream, but I'm glad that they get to hear. I'm glad that they get to hear you because you sometimes got some really fun comments for the match. But we got this matchup of Anarchy versus Boba, which is a matchup I'm excited for. I have quite the history with Boba. I've known them for a little while, and I'm interested to see how Anarchy stacks up against them, as This is hopefully gonna be an interesting one for sure.
Yep.
Do you know what the record between these two teams are, Ecstatic? I actually didn't get a chance to check.
Oh, I don't know. I think Boba did win their first.
I believe Boba won their first match. I'm not sure about Anarchy.
I am not sure about Anarchy. I've been just thrown in here this week, so we'll see as the league goes on who stays at the top.
I mean, hopefully we can at least get some great series out of it for sure.
Okay, we got a P10.
Yeah, looks like we might be having a P10 here so that Fossey can get loaded, and actually that works because that allows me to go and find their match results.
Yep.
So let me do that.
Let me go ahead and bring up this clock.
All right. Where do I find the match results? Oh, crud. I don't see it. Do I not? All right, you know what? We're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna wing it. We don't need to see what Anarchy's match results are. Unless I maybe find, I don't know if it's on that document that I was sent a while ago. That's very possible, but I have to dig through my DMs with Rhodes for that. But either way, hopefully this is an interesting one at least.
Hopefully.
Boba's, I feel like they're kind of on a redemption arc here. They fell kind of short at Honeydew, which is obviously where I was casting before this event, and there's a decent amount of overlap between these two leagues. Couple of teams from Honeydew are coming over to this one as well. Most notably Boba, who I'm a big fan of. They're a fan favorite over there.
Boba is 1-0 and Anarchy is 0-1, so they're trying to win their first.
All right. I mean, yeah, we'll see if Anarchy can pick up their first win here. Boba still looks like we're waiting on them to get in. Fossey's having a little bit of trouble. Classic Fossey.
Good old Fossey.
Classic Fossey. At this point, I mean, we're in week 2 at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, I'm interested to see how many teams are going to keep their winning streak going into week 2, definitely. And actually, we're closing up week 2, aren't we?
Yes, this is the last.
Yeah, this is the end of it. So we're about to go into week 3. This is probably the last match of week 2.
Yep.
And make sure you guys are tuning in for
future streams.
Matches. Yeah, future streams. I'll be there as much as I can. Ecstatic usually is joining us on the observer role. He's our boy. We love him, and Rhodes is also joining me as much as he can for casting. I believe we have a couple of other casters as well, so hopefully we can bring plenty of games. I'm running out of things to waffle about right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to keep waffling on?
You know, we're gonna. Oh, never mind. Let's go. I was about to ask you about your day, but you know what? We don't have to go that personal, Ecstatic. You know, this relationship is staying professional.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, start back up.
Yeah. As we get the thumbs up from both teams, we are going to be getting into it. Boba looking to keep their streak going, whereas Anarchy are looking to add a little bit of fire to their seasons. It's been pretty dim for them so far. Loco Boom with a early contact out towards Mound, but it's only going to eat a little bit of damage in response of it. Gets away with their life, but now has to fall back and play a bit more of a passive setup with the team. Could potentially be the first contact out of B main here. Swinging off the contact into Heaven, Kamikaze is just going to take their head right off. Now that leaves the B and C site respectively vulnerable. These A defenders are going to have to rotate. It's spread out from Boba right now. They are really trying to pick apart these defenders, and so far it's going pretty well. They managed to isolate Rowdy pretty well here. With the breach in support, Rowdy's going to collect 1 kill, but not able to get the second. It's quickly traded back, though. Kept at a 3v3 by Anarchy here. So they're trying to not let this pistol slip through their fingertips, but look at the space that's been acquired by Serendipity already. This C site is now super vulnerable as they're going to start to rotate in towards it. This is a good setup for Boba. As Serendipity is so deep in the defender's spawn, they're going to start rotating in, and many of them posture towards Waterfall, which means Serendipity can choose to activate late in this round. It's causing a lot of pressure, like you just said. Kamikaze also has a lot of utility to add to this stall. The Dizzy will go out, which will cause the defenders to flood, but Kamikaze is there to shut down that entry, and the rest of the players are stifled here, caught in the crossfire between Serendipity and Kamikaze. They managed to break out of the smoke. They still have more players to deal with here. It's Jiggly Tofu from the top to bring it into a 1v2, and Harry only has 30 HP to work with. It's not going to be enough. Boba take the pistol.
What a amazing round by Boba just to get in there, man.
Yeah, they played it really well.
Good picks.
Yeah, they spread out a lot across the map there and really took advantage of the fact that they were spreading the defenders thin, which is something that we see a lot on Haven. I feel defaulting is obviously extremely strong on that map, but I feel like on Lotus we end up seeing a bit more of hard commitment, and it's usually the defenders being a bit more proactive on the map and trying to get some early aggression. But when the attackers are just kind of poking and prodding, taking and releasing map control, it really spreads the defenders thin on these 3 site maps.
Yep.
And
as we're about to see some proactiveness here. Oh.
Yeah, the defender's trying to get aggressive on it, but Kamikaze is there to respond, who's already having a very strong game, getting closer and closer to that lockdown. Has the Vandal in hand to try and shut down more of these defenders who are still trying to get aggressive. They're postured towards B. They want to try and push out, but this turret is watching that, so they have to respect that. Eventually will be spotted out. That's going to cause the Omen to just fall back to the rest of the team. It's a 3v5 retake with not much to work with here for the defenders. Serendipity, top of the box, just holding, and Jiggly Tofu will surely play off the contact as well. This should be an easy round for Boba to convert.
I sense they try and probably die to bomb here.
Yeah, it's definitely like the
Void giving off some orbs.
Right, especially like when Kamikaze has gotten what, a 3k and then a 2 kills in this round. You don't want Kamikaze to start continue spiraling that ultimate economy, and yep, that's exactly what they're doing. They're just playing passive here. They are going to take out Clays, so a little bit of ultimate farmed up for Harry, and they're all going to go down to the bomb. So well played, very smart there from Anarchy to recognize that they just need to stifle a little bit of the momentum from Boba in terms of their ultimates.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And as Rhodes would say, it's at least gone to a wasted ult.
Yeah. Man, Rhodes is an Omen main, and he throws so much hate from the shadows, and it just makes me want to hype it up even more. I love it.
Looks like we're gonna try to get some.
I still can't believe I'm kind of stomached by him hating Astra. I would have thought that he loved Astra. He's a fan of MOBAs, and it's very weird to me that he hates Astra.
Oh, this is a.
This is a great setup from Anarchy.
TP and a half.
Serendipity, rather. Anarchy get caught out trying to snag up that orb, and they weren't ready for Serendipity to have Shrouded step past. And then even that paint shell is going to claim 0 cools. It's actually the snake bite to finish them off. And now this is looking like a bonus conversion from Boba. This is a beautiful setup as they have started out strong here on Lotus, which is a map that we've seen them be extremely proficient on. Ecstatic, was this their map pick? Let me leech some more info out of you.
I believe this was Boba. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Boba. Wow, that means that if that is true, Anarchy chose to start on the defense, which is, we've been seeing that more and more, and it's been to very controversial success, I guess. Like, we've had, I think, one game where they chose to start on the defense side, but beyond that, it's pretty much just been mostly it being a poor decision. So
yep,
I wonder if more teams are going to follow suit with that, but I feel like if you're gonna be, especially for your first game, if you're starting on Lotus, you need to be picking attack and at least having a strong start to your series, because when you spend so much of the very beginning of your series just kind of getting pummeled by the attackers just because of how the sides land, it feels really brutal getting back into it.
It really does. As we're gonna see, this awkward buy come out by Anarchy. Kind of half buy up, half not. Doesn't seem like they're really fully buying here, but
they have 2 saved rifles, so they do want to invest a little bit around it. Rowdy has forced up a Guardian as well, so leaning into that, but Clays is going to be head pushy, and Harry's taken out by Kamikaze. This B site has been cracked open, and now the rest of Anarchy are rotating in quick to try and plug that hole. But the real danger is on the C side, as that's where the rest of Boba have looked to execute onto. And Loco Boom knows it. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Clays is going to collect the 2nd kill of this round. And this is once again an Anarchy save, if they're even allowed that. This is just absolutely brutal. I mean, great executions from Boba. They're beautifully playing around the map here. Clays gets caught by that fault line, so a little bit of damage caused here. Every point towards that Rolling Thunder is a massive plus side. Rowdy's going to go down. Zerpool's left with nothing to fall back onto, and Serendipity will collect a kill. It's 4 alive for Boba, and this bodes poorly for Anarchy in the economic department, as they're once again on the back foot here. They don't have a lot to buy around, and Boba's is starting to get out of control. Understandable timeout called.
Yeah, well-deserved timeout call here. It just seems like every single time they're trying to take a fight, they're getting picked off first. Either they're taking 1v1s. It just doesn't seem like they're really being able to play as a team. Off of that first round, even when they were all 3 clumped up, it was supposed to be you could have just flushed sight, you know, off of that Gecko flash, and they really didn't do that. But
yeah, I mean, it also feels like they've kind of been deterred from being proactive due to what happened in the 2nd round. But
yeah,
I kind of want to see them get their confidence back to push some angles now that they have rifles. The only time that we've seen them get very aggressive and it really bite them in the back is the fact that, or is the round where they had nothing to really work with except for classics and I think like 1 ghost.
Yeah.
So now that they have guns, they have stuff that they can contest with. I'm a little bit disappointed that they're not keeping that energy going and at least giving a couple more cracks at aggressive and proactive positions.
Also, at this point, I feel like we should just get rid of B. Just put a bot there, stop it, stop pushing out B.
Definitely, yeah, definitely at least having a turret there, letting the turret take the initial contact on B. We keep seeing them peeking out onto it a lot, and it then causes them to lose a player, and now they're scattered across the map. Now they've chosen the wrong side to gamble stack. They've stacked 3 up towards A, and Clays is there to hold the flank as well, whereas it's the C site that's in trouble once again. Fossey satcheling into the site, takes the high ground here, and is looking to cause a lot of disruption and possibly damage. But Harry just tucked into the smoke. He's playing patiently, waiting and biding their time until that Rolling Thunder comes through that catches him. That is very unfortunate. It's going to stall out this retake a little bit as all this utility is flooding in. That Rolling Thunder has basically been wasted, so they have to lean on the rest of it. It's actually going all right. They've managed to get 2 kills on the site here, but that lockdown in, they have to push aggressively into Mound, and that is an absolute death trap. They get put through the blender, but the defuse is stuck. They managed to get the round before there's any denial. They were leaning too much into the lockdown, and Boba lose the round by a matter of milliseconds.
Wow. What a round by Harry to pull, just stick that. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake.
Yeah, and like I said, Boba leaning a little bit too much on the lockdown there. They heard the tap and didn't get aggressive on the rehit, despite the fact that they managed to secure a man advantage with many of the defenders going down into that mound push. A little bit disappointed from, or not disappointed, but a bit of a misplay from Boba there, and something that they certainly could be regretting if it causes a snowball. But with how they've been winning these rounds, they have plenty of economy to buy right back in, and Anarchy do not. Even though they won, they lost every single player, and they only have Sheriffs and 3 Classics with some light armor to work with in this round. that B site is once again being harassed. It's very nerve-wracking, but that means that they can easily rotate right back into the C site. Loco Boom has a lot to deal with here. Doesn't have a ton of support, as well as Gecko and Killjoy both fall away from the site. The site will once again be lost. Blaze is going to get that plant down and most likely pop the Viper's Pit. A great shot from Kamikaze to keep things in control for Boba, and Kamikaze is just going to continue to be a pest towards this B site, farming up these kills. 3 to their name, and Harry manages to shut it down, but the damage has been done. There's no hope for this round as Serendipity aggresses through Waterfall. Harry is left alone to try and save this rifle. It's a familiar position for the side of Anarchy. They have been on the back foot constantly, and even getting away with a gun feels like a major task to overcome.
And I mean, taking care of, like, you know... Oh.
Okay. Does Harry get this? That is the question. He manages to get that paranoia.
And
okay,
he's going to take 3 away.
Though.
He's going to take 3 guns away there in that round.
Yeah.
Big
good
eco
damage, especially after Boba losing the last round as well. This could cause some damage to their economy. Not
really.
Look, Tofu is down to 1,000. That's a victory at this point.
But also Clays is at 9K.
I don't have Clays to buy him. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of weird how Clays is not buying good Tofu. I feel like Boba are almost going on to autopilot.
Nah, he's pretty much saying you can handle it.
You got it, Tofu. You're fine. Tofu's gonna die again, right? Is it gonna have enough money to buy? And Clays is still gonna be like, I'm saving up for a new car, bud. You're on your own. Man, but I will say this: if Boba are going into autopilot, if they're starting to get overconfident, I'm just stumbling over my words today. That is going to leave some holes in their play potentially for Anarchy to manipulate and exploit, because we see these Boba members already becoming more scattered across the map. We've got Clays up towards A site alone, Omen alone towards Mound as well, and that bomb is making its way towards A. So it means that this execute will be most likely coming in where 2 members are stacked up, and there is a showstopper to work with, but as a lot of damage is put down onto Rowdy.
Oh, and there's going to be secret.
Rethink their options. Blaze manages to slip through and take out Harry. Look at Boom with a quick reaction or response though onto Kamikaze to Killjoy's exchange, and today it goes Boom's way. For now, it's now a 4v4. One of the best situations that we've seen Anarchy be in for a while, but once again, tried and true, it's the C site that is gonna be the victim to yet another plan. As Rowdy goes down to Clays, this lurk is very dangerous. They're gonna have to move quickly on this retake before Clays can choose to activate from anywhere on the map. It's going to be the Dizzy going through, but they're not able to get through off of it. And that's sort of the story of this match so far, as all these members fall. What I'm starting to notice is a lack of initiative from the team. They're not pushing off of the utility that's coming through.
And I mean, that doesn't help that, you know, your Raze dies on A side in that scenario. It really doesn't. You know, if you have your Raze, you have your Raze, you have, you know, you take a 2 CT, 2 Waterfall, you probably collapse on them a little bit better.
Yeah, but off the back of the showstopper, you know, like it's. Yep. I feel like they were maybe leaning into that a little bit, but we also saw earlier in the half them invest a Rolling Thunder into a retake, and nobody made space off of it. Nobody took the fights off of it.
Nope.
They did end up winning that round, but off of a hero defuse. So yeah. I think that the main problem we're looking at here from Anarchy is perhaps a lack of confidence to push forward off utility and take these gunfights.
As Clays is going to go down.
Yeah,
can't do it 2 times in a row.
There's gonna be holes in Boba here. You can already see it forming. They're getting very confident in their pushes. They're sending solo engagements all across the map, and that can be taken advantage of. So it's a 5v4, one of the only advantages we have seen Anarchy have in this series, but can they convert off of it? Fossey is gonna look to be the first contact out of this smoke. Nade is being thought to sent out. They're actually just waiting for this lockdown to pop. They're gonna wait until that clock hits 0 and all emerge at the same time. And Loco Boom actually both get caught by the detain. That's huge for Boba. They're able to secure so much space off of this, knowing that there's not going to be a re-engagement. They don't want to send it in when they're down 2 players from the detain. So it's now coming down to the 5v4.
Are we gonna see an ult here, possibly?
Yeah, Rowdy has the ult available, manages to catch out Jiggly Tofu, so an even further man advantage. Still not the showstopper popped yet, but it doesn't seem to be needed as Rowdy is just collecting these kills. It falls all down to Fosse. He's in the site, only 6 HP to work with, and claims 2 lives, but it is going to be the defenders pulling off yet another retake.
That will not be enough. The flood is too strong. I like that they keep everyone alive that round. You get the first pick, big.
Yeah,
big things,
okay.
You know.
Until the post play. Okay, I was about to say they only kept 2 alive at the end of the round, but yeah, off the first engagement, keeping everybody alive. That's definitely a good thing for Anarchy, and they secure their second. Could start to piece some more of this together as finally some chips in the armor for Boba in terms of their economy. They still have probably one more buy after this, but it's starting to whittle down, and Rowdy is set to receive a lot of spam damage from plays. The addition of that fault line, great support to secure that kill. At least Rowdy can go 1 for 1 as Serendipity trades it back. There's a couple of ultimates available here, and on the attack, we're most likely going to see
Not a lot of movement.
Nightfall be invested to the site hit. Choosing to take their time with this.
Shadows traveling.
Serendipity is just lurking up this A main position, going to be met with a smoke. They still have this from the shadow, and it seems as though Anarchy are aware of that. They're still being spread out, keeping 1 player on each site. They don't want to give it up to just a teleport onto the other side of the map. As the utility reigns in on this A side, it's Harry set to receive it alongside of Zero Cool. Harry will fall back, so Zero Cool bit on an island right now until their teammate can rotate back in to help. They're on the back foot here, holding the utility, just waiting. Fosse's going to send out the paint shells. It's going to cause a lot of problems here for Zero Cool. Harry is there to try and help. Forced back by the Nightfall, though. Zero Cool is in so much trouble here. Taken out by Fosse. He's just going to take the high ground on the boxes. And it's a 3v4 for the defenders to try and retake off of. Anarchy have struggled even in man advantage retakes. And it's only going to get worse for them as Kamikaze beheads Bushy. And now this is looking surely unwinnable for Anarchy unless a hero moment comes through.
Blinding.
They're going to send out some utility, but that paranoia isn't going to catch anybody as the players drop into pit. It's Harry to go down first, and Loco Boom does manage to best Fosse. There's a 1v3 with barely any time to work with. It's Kamikaze on the 3K.
Can we just talk about how Kamikaze is just reeling right now? Just absolute.
Yeah, it's 16-3 from Kamikaze. He's playing lights out.
I mean, what a game so
Serendipity's
far.
9-3 as well.
Yeah. Absolutely
I mean,
insane.
all of Boba's playing insane. Fosse has always been a bit of a hot and cold duelist, especially here on Lotus. I feel like Fosse doesn't usually have the biggest impact on Lotus per se, but usually it's not particularly needed as well. Boba is an incredibly competent team on this map, and Fosse is just borderline not needed a lot of the times.
Which is a little unfortunate. We love to see a little bit of Fosse there from time to time.
Yeah. Really. This is Boba operating even without Fufu as well, and definitely not hurting for it. Kamikaze is doing extremely well in Fufu's place. Fosse is once again just securing this map control, pushing up aggressively, even gonna just set up inside of this smoke. Bushy, are you ready for an aggressive play like this? Harry does manage to take out Kamikaze, so this is a potentially good retake once again for Anarchy as they throw down the lockdown. to try and force some of these attackers out, they have to best Fossey, who claims 1 life before they go down. Plays is able to get yet another one as well, and it's going to cause problems for the backline, but they're already here. They're already on the defuse, and Boba think that they killed the diffuser. It could be another defuse, but no! Fade manages to spot it out, and it's all left up to Harry, who can't pull through an incredible orb from the Fade.
What an unfortunate event.
Tofu is the only reason that they won that round. The Haunt pulls through for Boba, and they avoid another full defuse.
There.
Such. Whew.
That was close,
You
man.
yeah, you start sweating there. You see that tick, go down. It's like, whoa. Are we gonna get a defuse?
The thing that messed up Boba there is the fact that they killed the coverage on the defuse, and they thought that was the diffuser itself. Oh, Kamikaze once again looking to be a problem up through B here, and it's only a sheriff to try and respond to that. Kamikaze's just taking a passive stance on it. Doesn't want to give up their life.
Oh, and they're gonna take
problem here. Rowdy gets a double with 1 clip from the Stinger, and all of a sudden, Boba now have to scrap together a round. Kamikaze starts it out well, manages to isolate Harry here on the B site, and wants to go fishing for some more as well. It's Loco Boom on the Heaven position, who's set to receive, and a lot of damage received. Kamikaze having an absolute banger game so far. Confirms that player is still towards Heaven. That's going to give a little bit of information for Boba to work with. They have the From the Shadow to retrieve that spike. And once again, I'm going to go towards C. Fossey's going to even up the man count with kill onto Bushy. And now as that plant goes down, the rest of Anarchy have to start flooding in to retake. It's going to be Mound that's under the most pressure. And it's Kamikaze to respond, who has heard the footsteps. And now with the gunshots confirms that there's multiple bodies here. A beautiful shot to claim one, and Serendipity is there for the trade as well. The Rolling Thunder once again is not enough to bring it over the line. It has to be Loco Boom, who's tagged up earlier in the round with a Guardian to try and pull off a 1v2. It might not even clear Fossey here. Not at all. It's easy for Fossey and a 9th for Boba.
Man. What a that was great execution by the Rays and the Breach, getting out there, taking up A main, and even pushing a little bit, taking care of the Jiggly and Clays.
It sucks it sucks because once again, I'm glad that they went for an aggressive stance on the round, especially towards A. But it doesn't work again. They get the kills and they maintain the control of the spike, but it's the worst case scenario for them. There's a From the Shadows on the board, and now they're gonna get aggressive towards Mound. They've been netted with 1 kill, but quickly responded, and Clays is there from the B door as well to cause some damage as well. Harry trying to backstab, but doesn't have the vision on it and can't land the shots.
It works the second time, right? It works the second time, right?
Surely. The round retake will work this time with the showstopper to boast on it, as Rowdy
he's gonna get one.
claims Clays, and Harry on the other side as well from CT manages to get 1. So now it's all left up to Tofu and Fossey to try and pick up the pieces on this post plant. As Tofu's under so much pressure, Fossey goes down, and it's 9-3 on the half. Anarchy scrapped together a 3rd at the end of the half and could potentially look to cause a curse.
Great round by Anarchy here. I mean, it works the second time here. You get the ult out, you pop ult, you go in there, you dive, get 1, and then you let the backstabber come in, take care of 1 or 2, and it works out very well for them. Great round.
Yeah, definitely. A great round, honestly, and they managed to scrap together a 3rd. They moved to the attacking side. They could start to piece some stuff together here, but it has to start with a pistol, I feel. If they do not win this pistol, it is curtains, I'm afraid, as Boba are not one to give up their second conversions easily. I know we talk a lot about the curse, and I feel like Rhodes would be mad if I add to the counter without him. So I'm gonna have to pray that it doesn't happen today.
Oh, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it, Al.
Yeah, little do you know I'm manifesting it right now is what's happening. As Serendipity teleports up, he's caught out on top of this pillar, and Rowdy gets a kill as well. Tofu goes down, Fossey as well, and this is a great pistol from Anarchy. I said that they needed a pistol here, and it looks to be going their way, unless Clay has something to say about it. But as he's spotted out by that Killjoy turret, is now going to be noted and potentially dealt with. A good shot onto Loco Boom, causing some damage in the backline here, and Kamikaze is pushing up as well from the defender's spawn. Snuffed out by Bushy, and Clays can't pull through either. So it is a pistol round, but will the curse come through is the question.
That's the question we're asking. Will it happen?
Man, I think I got a little bit of what Rhodes has though, because I have such a stuffy nose right now, and I feel like the audio for this cast is gonna be so bad. I feel like I'm gonna just sound nasally this entire time.
Just gonna sound nasally.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of something maybe. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just allergies or something. I'm having to do pretty much all my breathing through my mouth at this point.
I don't blame you.
It's really difficult to cast, I'm not gonna lie, when you can't breathe through your nose. It's one of those things where you don't think about it much, but it's significantly harder to catch your breath when you can't breathe through your nose.
Yeah, that's when you just have a mute button.
I do have a mute button. I insta hit that for basically whenever I'm surprised I don't end up muted and not knowing I'm muted more while I'm casting, because I'm constantly muting to like drink from my water. I just hit my bowl on like I have a bowl on my nightstand from earlier when I got home from working 8. I realized quickly that I said bowl, and that means a very different thing as well. So.
Totally.
Like I immediately had to
Al
play and
totally doesn't hit the bowl.
I'm not. It's all right. Not before casting, all right? I need to be present. I need to be ready, you know? I can't be vibed out.
Nah, you gotta be vibed out all the time, you know?
Yeah. The most relaxed play-by-play.
I bet you Rhodes would have a fun time with that one.
Yeah. Hope Rhodes is doing well. Apparently he was his stummy was not doing too well.
Nope.
You guys are getting the look into the production chat. Fun fact, it's not much happens in it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like there's a bunch of memes. I was gonna say it's mostly memes, but I do remember when you first were when we first like talked about coming on as an observer.
Yep.
I did a long string of like a bit, and I just ended it with "Uwu," which I thought was the peak of comedy. I'm not gonna lie. I was I was looking at my phone and just giggling to myself that I did like a long strung bit, and then just at the end I put the dumbest thing I could.
Who else but Al?
Who else but me, man? I don't know. I try to keep things interesting, you know. Usually I don't.
It seems like we're having fun with this conversation while we wait for Tofu.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if in case you couldn't tell by the immense amount of waffling, we have another P10.
Yes.
Can I get a time check on Boba's P10? They had one earlier.
They are at 3:25 right now.
They're running out of time. They better get these issues figured out, man. I don't know. Jiggly Tofu. Is Jiggly Tofu still disconnected as well?
Yes, he is still disconnected.
He is. Ooh. This could be what Anarchy need to turn it around. The 9-3 curse strikes in the most obscure way. In the form of a disconnect. Poor Jiggly Tofu.
Poor Jiggly.
Poor Jiggly, man.
He's hanging on down there. He's got he's not doing the best stat
He
line.
really is. I'm looking at the score.
But he's got a kamikaze and a serendipity.
Yeah. Man, you're also gonna get some heat from Serendipity, I feel, because you've caught almost none of his kills, and he told you to catch his kills this season.
Yeah,
He's doing well.
I'm gonna get cooked.
You
I'm
are.
gonna get cooked.
At this point, it's almost funny. So there's a bit going on, and I kind of want to get the chat in on it as well. I told Serendipity that he'll get more screen time when we're allowed to call him Dippity, but he's like,
Alright,
you
starting
can call me
back up.
Dip, but you
Wait.
can't call me
Wait, I don't know for
Dippity.
sure. Sorry.
And so let's get chatted on this. I want to see some hashtag Dippity.
We're good.
Because
Okay, starting back up.
I want that to be what he's known as now. I feel like it would be really funny, especially if we get the chat in on it. I feel like it'd be great.
Give me
All
a
right. Well, it
challenge,
looks
yeah.
like we're coming back into this.
Yeah,
see.
I mean, we'll have to
Let's
see.
see.
Let's see. I tried to manifest the curse a little bit, so let's see if my efforts weren't in vain or not. As Harry, under the initial pressure of these defenders, and it's only a sheriff to hold it off. However, Fossey thinks better of walking into that smoke, doesn't want to give it up. So they are going to go out as soon as that smoke fades. Multiple players here to try and play off of each other, but they're going right into the lion's dens. There's all of the attackers are still here and ready to respond. And as they realize that there's 2 players over towards A, they're going to realize that it's going to be a weak C site. Now, that's where they set their sights. Glaze and Kamikaze here to receive on the crossfire. It's a 90-degree angle to deal with. Looking rough. The Stacey will get sent in. A great initiation there, and they play beautifully off the back of it. Could be a good round, but Kamikaze just had a banger of a series. Manages to get 1 kill. Rowdy at the top is left to deal with a lot, and we could be seeing the ace here from Rowdy to avoid the curse and push forward for a second round in this second half. Ooh, even Tofu's giving a little bit of props. You caught all that as well. Nice job.
I caught most of it.
Well, most of it.
Like I saw Rays and I instantly went to blue Rays, not red Rays.
Here's my true intentions for getting ecstatic on the mic for this session. I can now glaze him, and you guys get to hear his responses and his nervous laughter whenever I reference him as an observer. So, welcome to my true intentions for this cast, everybody. But shout out to my boy Ecstatic, man. He's always here with the observing, and I love it. I was really hoping that you would laugh nervously. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm focusing here, buddy. I'm focusing here.
Yeah, fair enough. You got a lot to worry about, and all I have to do is blabber on about the round. Wow, I almost called them Adrenaline. Oops. I've forgotten the team name. Wow, I'm completely blanking. Anarchy are looking to convert their bonus. This is such a scuffed casting session. Anarchy are looking to convert their bonus. They're setting up once again towards the C site, but there is a lot of Killjoy utility between them and the spike plant that they also desperately want to go and get. Rowdy will not be able to recreate the magic in the last round. It's Clays and Kamikaze to hold on well to this site. They take care of that early aggression, and the rest of the attackers are now left trying to pick up the pieces here. They still want to look towards the C site here, it seems, as Harry is just slowly lurking forward, but as they're met with a smoke, they're going to reconsider their options and fall back towards their spawn.
They just
Not been an aggressive stance though from Bobo.
They're looking so lost right now. Do they? It seems
Yeah,
like
they are.
they're wanting
I
to
mean-
take this A. Oh, we're getting a.
They're out of time at this point. They don't really have time for anything anymore. I don't think at this point I feel like you say they all have full. They don't even all have full rifles. What is Zero Cool doing there? I mean, I guess
They gotta get a couple
Bulldog.
throwaway. Yeah.
Gotta get rid of some of their guns here, but Loco Boom holds on to the Outlaw. Yeah, that felt rough from Anarchy. They at least saved 1 rifle, and they have enough rifles to buy up around it. There's still the Outlaw on the board, and if Loco Boom really believes in this comeback and in the streak, we could see Loco choose to just go for the rifle and go all in. That's when you're down by this much, borderline, I feel like that's kind of what you want to do. Kind of throw caution to the wind with your economy and try and make every round as competitive as possible. It's definitely high risk. If you lose too many guns, you're in a very problematic state. But I mean,
at this
And
point,
there it goes.
Yeah, there's what feels like kind of the killing blow. They get taken out through the smoke on A, and 2 kills are found by Boba. Now they're trying to find something towards this C site. It is noted by the defenders, and it's Kamikaze and Clays once again set up to deal with this aggression really well.
And I mean, this defense right here it's not going to be easy to get into this site. You've got this KJ util, you've got this Viper util. This is going to be an absolute disaster if they try and take this site again.
Characters that's stalling out a timer and making you, punishing you for pushing through their utility are set up on the C site, which is definitely the most vulnerable. I love this setup from Boba because the C site is usually the one that gets abused the most.
Yes.
And so they send their aggressive characters towards A. They want to take it aggressively. They want to cause problems on the front, which means that B is kind of the weaker site, but it can be crunched by the defenders. This is a very standard but extremely effective setup by Boba.
Yes. But this also leaves an area open. I mean, you leave B side open. The lurk possibilities here do increase with that ability, but they just haven't seemed to look into that as much.
Yeah, and they do have the turret as well set up there. And it's a save. It feels very flat-footed from here from Anarchy. They don't seem to have any idea of how to deal with this setup. And yeah, like you can send a lurker up towards B. That's what the turret is for, but once it's dealt with, you kind of have to deal with it manually. And that's usually what you'll see from the attackers is they'll kill the turret early, and then they'll kind of reset the round. It's a bit of a poke and prod, like we saw from Boba. Boba spent a lot of their attacking poking and prodding around the map.
Defaulting, just default, look where people
default.
are at, take note of that, and then convene with everybody.
More people take note of that?
I mean, I'd take note of it in my head. I'll tell you that much.
Are you talking like okay? I thought for some reason that just came off as just straight up you talking about poor people,
no.
People who don't have money. I don't know why that caught me so off guard, but yeah.
And they're gonna get off. They're gonna get out unscathed.
Yeah. There's a little bit of damage found. This is the most ground that they've been able to find themselves having on the attacking side so far.
At least for
A
site,
yeah. And the conversion round for rifle rounds.
Yeah.
And definitely A site. Yeah. They've managed to. Okay, it looks like they want to go towards the B site here possibly, which is interesting because they do have Loco Boom all the way up on C, and now they're walking into a bit of a blender setup here on B potentially if these Heaven players are able to activate outside of it. Clays gets one, manages to deny the plan as well. Serendipity from Heaven collects 2 kills, and Tofu adds to that pain as well as it's all left up to Loco Boom. I do not like that play from the attackers. I'm gonna be honest, Anarchy should have gone towards A as soon as Boom confirmed that they had control of it.
Yeah, I mean that there's 3 people, and you didn't see any of them really go back to A, and it's just. I guess you could say that the Viper Wall did do a lot there for them, but yeah, it's just.
My thing is, Boom was on the site.
Yes.
That, to me, under any circumstance, yeah, I do understand splitting into B there. But Boom had secured the site. I imagine at that point was wanting to set up for a lurk, but my brother, you have the site. Your lurk is now, hey guys, we can plant here.
Yeah.
And a rough situation now for Anarchy as they look down the barrel of match point here. Boba are trying to get something going, and a good shot from Loco Boom, but from their backside, Clays is harassing, takes out 2 players, and now they can't aggress out of main without a lot of damage being taken. And as the spike is dropped, it is all left up to Boom, and the 1v3 has a couple of these fights isolated, but has to dip out. Can't commit forward as Serendipity pushing up on the angle, wants to try and get any type of
ejecto seat
shutdown. Yeah, trying to rotate out. This, I mean, at this point, it feels okay. Boom through the smoke gets one. Kamikaze now having to play the edge of it and chooses to fall back towards main. There is 40 seconds to work with here. Loco Boom, if they're quick, could pull this off, but is making possibly the worst read that they could here. They thought that it was going to be a rotate back towards the A site, but Serendipity just went back towards A main, and that's probably going to spell the fate of this round for Loco Boom. As they're spotted out by the turret, it's 20 seconds left, no time to get the spike, and Boba should know that. They should be just sending one player away here. Instead, they're keeping both. So if Loco Boom hits
I
an
don't like
insane
this.
shot, they are playing this as poorly as they possibly can. They could line up.
Oh,
Okay,
but that's gonna be it.
Luckily, Serendipity gets the kill. It's not too bad, but Boba played it a bit fast and loose there, I feel.
For sure, for sure.
But
Leave
at
in
the
a
end
little
of the
bit.
day, they pull through with a 13-5 victory on Lotus. As hopefully we can see a little bit more from Art Anarchy on their map pick. We're gonna throw it to a quick 5-minute break as we get ready for that. We'll be right back.
Yo,
See you in
ecstatic
back.
or all day.
I'm live.
Alrighty, we are back with this matchup of Boba versus Anarchy. Map 1, Boba absolutely thrashed their opposition as we now set our sights on Bind. Perhaps Anarchy have a little bit more up their sleeves for their own map pick here. As for Boba, they're looking to keep that momentum going, looking to stroll into a 2-0 victory to be 2-0 in this league.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, honestly, for me, the thing that I'm interested in this specific map is how we're going to see Kamikaze and Serendipity, or as I like to call them, my good old Dippity, who apparently I have gotten his parents onto the wave of calling him Dippity. So shout out to Serendipity's parents. Appreciate you being here and helping with my cause. And also, like we said, Kamikaze had an absolutely lights out performance on Lotus as well. So I'm interested to see how they keep that momentum going. Will the supporting cast of Boba continue to be the stars, or will Fossey perhaps wake up a little bit more?
I mean, I expect it, honestly.
Yeah, like we said, Fossey's pretty on and off when it comes to Lotus, but on other maps, he is able to absolutely farm in certain series. He's, like I said, a bit of a hot and cold player, but when he is in it, he feels like such an unstoppable force.
And let's see if Rowdy can actually continue off of his success in the last game. You know, they're on their own map. Maybe they got a lot more strats up there, you know, in their game plan to win this map. Maybe Rowdy's the person for it, you know.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I would love for that ace to not be for nothing, right? Hopefully Fossey is once again not loading. Alrighty. So we are going to see another P10 come out here. But Anarchy. Yeah, I mean, I would love for that ace to not be for nothing. It'd feel a bit unfortunate if we saw a great ace from Rowdy just for it to end up being an 0-2 loss.
Yeah, no.
I mean, honestly, I do feel like I mean, obviously after map 1 we're leaning a bit more towards Boba, but it does feel like they're particularly locked in for today. Clay's has randomized his gun, and it looks like he will be going with a stinger. I can only assume that means for the next round. Hopefully. I'd love to see it. Hopefully. How do you feel about the stinger, Ecstatic?
It's a great eco weapon. You know, you get really good close range fights. You could even get a little bit into the middle, you know, that mid range fights. Not very often.
The mask here. I hate it, dude. I hate that gun.
You hate this thing?
I lived through the run and gun meta, and that has forever stained the gun for me.
Nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's pretty rough. I do have some fond memories of that meta though. I had a friend of mine who, on pistol, we would both just buy up Frenzy. He would buy me a Frenzy by himself, and then I would just get armor and a little bit of utility with it, and we would just like steamroll people. It was great.
All right, starting back up.
All right, and as we get the thumbs up from both sides, we're going to be loading into this pistol round here as Boba are stacked 3 towards this A site, but most of the attackers are looking towards B. It is none other than Kamikaze and Serendipity, who we mentioned earlier to be the first contacts in this round. As I realize I am not following my observer, I'm going to swap to his POV. We're going to get underway for this pistol. Rowdy satcheling out of Hookah here. Wants to try and get some ground, get some aggression. And it's done well. They've managed to get access to the site. And all of a sudden, Boba now have to retake here, which this is a notoriously difficult site to break into for the defenders in a post plant. We'll see if this could possibly be the conversion from Anarchy as they even miss their Dizzy. Dippity not able to get it through the window, but Tofu and Clays collect a kill each. It's quickly traded back though as Kamikaze and Serendipity go down. Fossey Fosse contributes one more. Spotted out inside the smoke. Fosse gets his third, or second, and is looking for the third. Local Boom, though, with a double, though, as it's just Tofu holding the spike. No, it's Loco Boom to get the 3K on the pistol with not even a second to spare.
Wow. What a round. So many different people going in different places. What a round.
Dude, honestly, I think the wildest thing is if Tofu was tucked in for the defuse as well, would have had it. But wide on it means that just barely Loco Boom is able to get there and stop it from going through. And now we see a pistol going the way of Anarchy.
I mean, they had a pistol last game, you know?
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they? I thought that they lost both pistols on map 1. I don't know
Nope.
why, but yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, Loco Boom, no. Surely not. Surely not. This edge of the smoke is so weird, but Loco Boom does play passive enough on it. Does manage to get the kill. Bushy on the other side of the map also collects a kill. And so now the defenders are spread out and thin in numbers, thin in guns as well. They're now having to hold off against these lurkers on the A site, but that's not even where the spike is postured. Jiggly Tofu caught on the rotate, and this is surely going to be an easily converted round for the side of Anarchy.
These 1-by-1 picks just not helping them in any sort of way here. You know, them coming out, picking Gecko off. Oh?
Yeah, Kamikaze gets one kill, but quickly traded back by Rowdy, and now this is surely Anarchy converting their bonus round. The interesting thing now is how Boba are going to fight back now that they're going to be having some rifles to work with.
And they don't know.
They don't know that he's flanking, but surely there's not much Fosse. Okay, Zero Cool is watching it. Oh, good shot from Fosse. Manages to get the early dink, but it's not enough. Zero Cool able to re-center themselves and hit those shots. And to convert with 4 alive as well is a good position for this bonus round. Anarchy are possibly... They have a chance to reset the momentum of this series.
Oh, 100%. Coming into this match. Their map...
Boba converted their bonus on map 1 as well.
Yes,
right?
I believe so. They did.
Yes, they did.
So, and them coming in...
They could mirror it.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming in. They've got this... their map pick, you know, they're definitely seem to be a lot more comfortable on this map. But let's see if they can transfer that into their gun rounds.
Yeah, definitely. They're putting a decent amount of focus here on showers for the A site, and it's a good read so far. But on the other side of the map, Serendipity and Clays collect 1 apiece, and now it's really rough position for Zero Cool. As the spike is lost inside of Hookah. That is worst case scenario for these attackers. It's such a difficult position to get into, and especially with Fosse teleporting in here is going to set up a brutal crossfire for anybody to try and initiate into. Zero Cool trying to get something going here. Sends out some flashes. Does manage to get a dink. A very clean shot, but not able to best Fosse in the 1v1. And so now it's surely the round converted by Boba. Great positioning, great read from them, and they absolutely shut down Anarchy inside this round. We could even be looking at a potential flawless as Harry loses out to Kamikaze. It's all left up to Rowdy to just cause a little bit of damage and can't find anything. It's a flawless and a team ace from Boba.
I mean, big round. You don't want it to get out of hand. That's definitely the round to do it, so.
Not losing anybody in their second round means that they aren't going to be on the back foot economically this entire half.
Yes.
If you lose 2 there, your economy is spread incredibly thin. Your buy this time is this follow-up round is looking even weaker. They're honestly in a better economic position than even Anarchy right now.
100%. And let's see if
This aggression out of bounds, the missed shot on the Dizzy. Rowdy, his aim fails him in that moment, and it's allowed Clay's a double kill as Dippity is also trying to lurk forward inside of the smoke to get one more kill. He's managed to push through. The Trailblazer will be sent out, so it's just going to be falling back towards Hookah. They're going to get Dizzy back. Kamikaze on the other side of the map is causing problems as well. The spike is still in their hands, but their numbers are starting to become thin. They will get the kill on the Serendipity and even pop the Seekers here. They want to try and break through onto this A B site. And with only one Seeker going towards it, they know that it's just Fossey here to receive. He gets hit with the Decay as well. They've got a lot to work with, but they've taken too much time to try and do this. Tofu's now into support. Jiggles out, gets the information.
And they're going to TP out.
They just want to go to the TP. They want to get out of here.
No.
They're ahead of the defenders rotate as well. They will be having a plan. Kazi, though, lurking out of market here, could be a massive piece here if he looks for this lurk up by Harry. Harry, though, heads up on the gunfight, manages to win it. Now they're split amongst both short and showers, which means if these 1v1s are isolated, it could be problematic. But as Boba tap this spike, they're split between two angles as well. They now have to juggle, and it's Tofu in a 1v2. Half on the spike, does have some utility to work with. He'll throw out the haunt, managed to bait out the peak from Zero Cool, but it's a cool clutch from him. 3 on the round, and they recover one that looked really rough.
And I mean, Harry, that round, just catching out Kamikaze on that flank. Big play, you know. It makes it so that they win that round, essentially, because, I mean, it kind of clears up that whole, you know, short area. If he's there, he knows that nobody's there, you know.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And if he's able to lurk forward there, like if they doubled up in shower there, that means that Kamikaze has all the space to work with and can backstab them without making the TP sound as well. So they might not even be ready for it. So really the linchpin of winning that round is Harry getting that kill. They would not have been able to convert it if they lost Harry there. Fossey, though, is not deterred here. He's pushing right up through showers and manages to claim one kill and gets a double as well.
Triple
Beautiful shots from Fossey as he triples up and steals the spike away from the attackers. Zero Cool now has to go huge again alongside of Harry, and it's even harder this time. Gonna try and catch out these defenders. Dippity loses the fight, can't quite predict the the hookah lurk, and Zero Cool not quite ready for Clays, but wins the fight regardless. A bit of sleep at the wheel there for Clays, and perhaps they could convert yet another round here. This is looking stressful for Boba all of a sudden, because even Fossey is really low on HP as well. Harry lurking in from a site could be a problem. Fossey is all the way towards market, but none of the players are coming in from there. They could start to isolate these kills on the defenders, and Kamikaze gets caught out by Harry again, who is going huge in these one-on-ones against the opposing controller. Tofu has to be the saving grace of this round and will be alongside Fossey. It is tragedy avoided for Boba, but at a heavy cost.
I mean, they got way too close for comfort there. You're sitting at a 5v2, and they slim it down to a 2v2, and you have to invest the ult there. It's very messy, very dirty round, but they come out with the win, and that's just, I guess, what they really needed there to put themselves.
Look at their economy, though. They have an
closer.
Ares, they have a Sheriff on the board as well. Serendipity can't quite afford a rifle. This is rough. I mean, it's not much better from Anarchy as well. Only Harry with a hero rifle, but they're on a full eco here. If Boba lose this, they probably have to save another or have another awkward buy where some players have rifles and some don't.
Yeah. Ooh.
Anarchy are now just trying to play it slow here. It's been a lot of aggression from Boba so far, and they're trying to play into that, trying to get these opening picks once again. Dippity on the back of the site is going to be trying to keep Tofu from being stabbed in the back, or not Tofu, but rather Clays from being stabbed in the back in Hookah, so he can just focus all his efforts towards that.
attackers aren't really giving up much quite yet, though, and it's most likely going to be Harry to be the first engagement because of that not dead yet ultimate. They're going to pull the plug. They want to go towards A. There's still defenders here to respond. This could be rough as they throw in the wingman to try and plant. Fossy's able to deny it for free and possibly farm up some of these kills, but missed shots. Beautiful multi-peek. And so now Kamikaze has to
Can we ult this?
up,
Can we ult
to
this?
get a kill. They're running out of time, and Kamikaze has his ult. I don't know why he's aggressing so much. He can just play with his ult to come to deny the time here. This could be massive, but he's just staying on the front lines here, which could be a problem. This is caught by the flash, shot in the back. Harry gets a 3K, but Serendipity is the hero right now, denies the spike carrier, and Harry has no way to recover this. We get some dippities in the chat for a huge sheriff kill from him. I mean, come on. That won them the round. If he does not win that, Harry could have converted that.
Oh, 100%. The only thing I could see that round was Harry coming up short and just them being able to collapse down, kill those people in showers, just clutches up the round for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Big round.
Yeah, that was huge, and Boba managed to convert a round that was a bit sketchy for them.
Oh,
now
100%.
that was an eco for Anarchy, so now they have the full rifles out. It's a full buy v full buy. Only 2 players having to settle for light armor across both teams. So this is gonna be a pretty pivotal one. The match is tied. And the buys are equal, but both on a knife's edge right now. This could determine the pace for the rest of the half. Rowdy wants to be that trendsetter. He wants to set the pace himself, trying to get up through showers here and get some early aggression. He's got a Gecko to support him. Will have the Thrash to work with. As that teleport's gonna come through, Fossy's gonna get caught out by this Thrash, but some beautiful movement to try and get out. Caught by Loco Boom though, and now the attackers have a massive advantage. They have ultimates. Kamikaze goes down, so they have even more of a player advantage, and Harry can just come right back despite being shot down. The man advantage is so hard for Boba to secure, but Tofu is good for the kill. Rowdy in heaven though is trying to get something going, trying to press that advantage, but instead will give Boba a foothold inside of this round. It's up to the supporting cast. It's Clays and Tofu to try and pull off this 2v3 retake. As Tofu is on half HP, it's gonna have to hit some banger shots to get back into this. The attackers are set up beautifully to hold this, but as possible rotates are caught, Bushy gets tagged down to low HP. Clay is baiting out the peaks, baiting out the shots, but the time is low, and as Tofu is hit by a variety of util, it is too much. They can't pull off this retake, and Anarchy pull through.
What a round.
This is becoming an interesting series.
Yeah, no, it is. Them getting that pick on Fossey, and then just being able to collapse down on them, getting kill after kill, leaving them in a 2v4 at that point, just made it so great for them to even try to think about winning that round. Well played by Anarchy.
Yeah, and Fossey, like you said, getting caught out a little bit there. Tried to rotate and satchel back towards heaven, but not able to get there in time, and now they're forced onto an eco. It's the sheriffs that have to try and find some clean shots to disrupt this, but Harry is having a great series right now. 10 and 5.
What a
Clays
play by
right
Clays.
back in there. Manages to get a double with the sheriff. There's a collapse by Anarchy, but Fossey hits a banger as well. These attackers can't deal with the eco right now. And Serendipity steps up huge. It's left in a 1v3 made 1v2 by Rowdy. Has the showstopper available, has the spike, and has a rifle. Plenty to work with here as the defenders are spread out here. This could go the way of Anarchy, but Boba do have so slight of an advantage. They can play off of each other. They still have the orbital strike available as well. Kamikaze has been sitting on that for a little bit now, and I want to see him let it rip in a round like this where you do not have the win guaranteed. It's Rowdy pushing out slowly onto this B site. there is going to be a ping coming out. It seems like the defenders have an idea that this is happening. They're still playing passive. They're going to opt to go for the retake. And as the tap comes through on Rowdy, that means that the position is confirmed and they have a bit more time to rotate in from this. It's going to be Kamikaze going into the teleporter right there to support Fossey. These players are looking to burst out of hookah. That orbital strike is available and could be pivotal in this round, but the showstopper in Rowdy's hands could be the difference as well, as he's lurking around elbow, met with a smoke. They're going to try and burst out of hookah here. The pistols are out to try and keep that movement up. Rowdy beautifully isolates the first kill and has now got Fossey in his hand. It's a great 4K from Rowdy to pull through in the clutch.
What a great... I mean, going into that round, you know, you lose your
It
two.
should not have gotten that close.
You should not have gotten that close, first of all. But them coming in there, losing too long, and then instantly going from hookah, jumping down, and going long, knowing that there's two there, getting those two, and then, yeah, it just makes it what... Good round. Good round. To bring it back, at least.
Yeah, Boba keeping it competitive at least. Now they get their full buy back up and running. But we've seen Kamikaze sitting on this ult for a little while and might even lose it again as the ultimate from Rowdy over top. Fossey is able to behead him though, and that showstopper doesn't find anything except for a lot of damage on Kamikaze. That plant is going to go through though, and it's also a thrash available for the defenders to try and flush out this... all these positions actually. I thought it was going to be showers, but they're actually re-clearing it with the TP here. Serendipity does go down to Harry though, and as they start to try and get this diffused through, multiple positions for Anarchy to activate from. It's great reactions from Boba though to get the kills, to try and keep this in their favor, and that orbital strike will finally rain through and secure them the round, unless it's an insane 1v2 from Bushy and he can't pull it off. Boba are right back into it.
What a breakneck even game. Back and forth, back and forth. Great plays by each team.
This is absolutely insane from these teams right now. Neither are relenting, and it's been a very close half, but it's once again an eco for Anarchy. They've been dangerous with these, though. Both teams have shown that they can make it work, even with lesser weaponry.
Oof.
Now going into round 10, we could see Boba tying it up here as they have a massive advantage in terms of the rifles and even a ultimate advantage here available to them. Clays set up towards long here. They're going to send out the Dizzy, try and isolate these kills, but
what
Dizzy
a
goes down.
shot.
What a shot from Harry. And he doubles up as well. No way that these sheriffs are once again going to flip the round on its head, and it's dangerous for Boba now as they rotate quickly towards this B site. It's all up to Kamikaze and Fossey to hold it off, and they can't pull it off. It's all up to Tofu, stuck on the A site, and we're seeing a thrifty from Anarchy. Man, Tofu's left to save.
The head palm moment.
That's a rough one for Boba. That's a tough pill for them to swallow.
Man.
I mean,
but
they're
fair
maybe
play.
forced onto an eco now, right? Yeah, look at their economy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fair play by Harry, at least, though. Great shots with the Deagle. Insane.
Shots.
While blinded, I believe, as well. Unbelievable.
That's, yeah, I mean, come on, man. Boba obviously a little bit disconnected on their peak, but there was a Dizzy flash sent in there. They had two players. It was just really good mechanics from Harry, and they flipped around on its head, and now they have 6. They've already secured a solid half. This is a pretty even-sided map, so 6 is pretty much at least what you're wanting to get, right? But no matter what, it's a good half here from Anarchy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, I will say this. Boba notoriously are a bit more proficient when it comes to their attacking side, especially when we saw them on Honeydew. They ended up leaning into it pretty heavily, where we saw them it almost being a detriment. They got abused a lot on their defense, and they couldn't make up the difference on their attacking side.
Well, I believe on Bind especially, since this is definitely a more defender-sided map, on occasion you'll see.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's
even
been
this round's not going well for them.
Yeah, it just
They chose to force into it. Well, actually not fully. Tofu kinda, but everybody else should have a bye going into the final round. Tofu might be a little bit short for funds, but he's saved, so not much else he can really do. Might just have to make the same decision. Tofu might have to save again, which is poor guy.
I say with a little bit of magic dust, you can make this round win, though.
You could, but it feels pretty unlikely. They are gonna go for it. And
with
if
that,
Tofu goes
most
down in
likely
the
not.
back line, it's most likely not gonna come through. A good shot from Kamikaze. Will the ultimate be invested in Harry? As those kills come in, surely not. Yeah, no. It's gonna be the ultimate saved by Kamikaze, and that leaves 3 ultimates up for this final round. It's team ace as well.
Don't save anything. Last chance.
Yeah, 3 ultimates available to the attack. This looks good, especially with the Thrash.
Oh,
Can we talk about the fact that Bushy has gotten
I see
2
that.
or 3 Thrashes despite only being on 2 kills?
He's getting he's
3 or 2?
farming the orbs. He's farming the orbs.
Dude, it is so, like, I don't know what it is about Gecko specifically, but it feels like you get so many orbs. It's definitely because you plant a lot on Gecko.
We also died a lot.
True. And you usually also let Gecko's ult. Gecko's ult is not one that you sit on. You usually let it rip almost as soon as you get it.
Yes.
So it's kind of the perfect storm to have a character to farm up your ultimates. And hey, even with him not getting kills, he's being very impactful in this game. Harry gets the kill onto Clays as well. That Viper's Pit is going to stay out of this half, not being ripped once by Clays. And as that Thrash comes through, Dippity is under so much pressure. It gets taken out by Harry, and now the defenders are in such a rough retake. Jiggly Tofu with only a Guardian to try and flush out Harry here, who is just so aggressive on these angles, so confident in taking these fights, and is just going to continue to stack them up. Doesn't... Oh my god, what shots from Kamikaze, though. Manages to get 3, and he's even going to just ult Harry's body here as he's blocked in, though. Harry does get the ace. Insane.
What a play.
That is the second ace we have seen from the side of Anarchy in this series.
I just saw an ace and I'll donate 100.
Hey, where's that donation?
It's they haven't seen it yet. They haven't seen it yet.
That is true. That is true. In 3 minutes, I wanna see it up there.
Yo.
Secretly Bond, we're looking at you. Hit him, chat. No, I'm kidding. That is insane, though. Absolutely, especially off the back of the not dead yet. Even with their body being ulted, it just pushes right through it and goes straight for the kills. Beautiful from Harry. I mean, it's what you gotta do. You have to get those kills,
yeah,
or else your ultimate will just peter out and you're gonna die.
But it looks like we're gonna get this dogfight.
Yeah, Showers is going to be a lot of engagements here, and it's going to go 1-for-1. Dippity takes out 1, but not able, or actually does manage to get out. Did he? I'm so lost right now.
Oh no! Oh no!
Serendipity did get out. Okay. Oh, whoa. Look at this flank from Loco Boom. It's going to cut off Clays, and now it's all left up to these Shower players. Serendipity and Fossey have to try and pick it up. They do have the spike available to them, but how are they not ready for Loco Boom on that angle? That is a little bit of lack of foresight from the side of Pova. I don't know if you just heard that, but I accidentally dropped my pen and it went across my desk and fell behind it.
Yo.
I don't know if that picked up on my mic or not.
I don't believe it did.
Oh, okay, so I just doubted myself. That's funny anyways. The Serendipity left in the 1v2. Could we see the Dippity clutch?
With the right positioning,
Yeah, he's
100%.
B side available to him. The attack or the defenders as well are grouped up here.
and these guys are gonna
try
take
and
this
keep together.
TP.
Yeah, they're gonna take the TP. He's gonna know where both of them are coming through. He's even gonna pick up Wingman as well. Has Dizzy available too. This could go really well for Dippity, but it's a great
don't ouch.
smoke from the defenders. They managed to figure out that he's set up towards long, so they put the smoke in his face. That flash is gonna start to eliminate options as well. Dippity just set up on the smoke here. He's just gonna be waiting. Calls the bluff on the defuse and gets the great Dizzy out there, and even has the Wingman to throw forward. We could see an insane clutch here.
Oh!
Dippity pulls through. Bippity dippity do. He does it for Boba.
Wow.
Insane. We saw the ace at the end of the first half and a 4K clutch from the man, the myth, the legend himself. And now Boba have got to be feeling reinvigorated after that.
Oh, 100%. That is such a breath of fresh air to come back to going into your attack.
Yeah, it really is. And like I said, Boba lean into their attacking side as well. Now they've got the red carpet laid out for them to start to mount this comeback as Kamikaze catches Zero Cool out at long. Now the B site is whittled down, and they might even pull some of their defenders from A, but no, they're gonna double down here. They want to stay, but Clays is able to remove Rowdy from the round. Harry does manage to claim 1 life, but is quickly traded back, and Boba will not be giving up this round.
Just want to mention, we got a Gecko already on the board.
I mean, yeah, he got a 4K. He's gotten both the plants. He is looking to be an absolute force of nature in this half, potentially.
I think we found out why they get these ults really quickly.
Yeah,
Them
definitely.
plants.
Them plans, they add up, and Clays gets the kills as well. Kamikaze gets 1 and 2. So all of the ultimate economy, it goes perfectly there for Boba. They don't get any more on Serendipity, which means that he doesn't. All the ultimate orbs are maximum efficiency there.
Oh, 100%.
And now they have the Thrash to work with in this bonus as well. This is a dangerous bonus.
But this is where we see, I guess, a Gecko ult execute. Maybe?
I just realized, dude, so one of the most painful things as a caster is when you say a thing and then you realize, oh, I could have made that rhyme. Because I could have said bippity dippity do, he pulls through, but I didn't. It didn't come to me in that moment. I'm sad.
Yep, and there,
All right.
here comes the Gecko ult.
Yeah, the Thrash comes through, clears out most of this A site. The Showers is still a question mark here for Boba, so hopefully it is anticipated because there's 2 defenders set up towards us. Clays trying to lurk in, but gets caught out by Bushy. So it's a 4v5 for Boba to try and hold on in this post lane. They throw down a smoke to try and stop these Showers players from having any control, but Loco Boom on this flank. Will he get the timing onto Kamikaze? It's all going to come down to that. Kamikaze gets hit by the Dizzy, so this flank is huge from Boom. He gets a double, and Tofu is caught out, but can't hit the shots. Tofu can't quite pull through. It's gonna be the retake coming through for the defenders. They managed to avoid the bonus. Quite a bit of damage dealt, but the Gecko ult will be theoretically wasted here.
And I mean, this is a little unfortunate without having a Sentinel. When you're running these comps, you always got to be proactive on those flanks, man. Always.
Yeah, it feels so unfortunate for I believe, yeah, it was Kamikaze on the flank watch had to divert their attention to the front line, and that's right when the flank comes through.
And this is why some people run a Senti on this map.
That's pretty good for Boba, though. They did cause a lot of economic damage there. So now Anarchy, they have to try and pull through with slightly weaker buy. They have a Guardian on Rowdy and Bushies on light armor.
Gonna see how they manage with that. It is Rowdy spotted out by Clays there. He throws up the poison orb. Does Rowdy know that he was spotted? Okay, he does. He manages to fall back there. So it's not going to be a player loss too early. Bit of a stalemate from both of these teams so far in this round. There's been some pokes, some prods, but no results yet until Clays and Rowdy finally butt heads. And it's going to be Clays to come out on top. That Guardian is going to be the weak link of this defense, and it has shown itself. A wound is now formed inside of Anarchy, and it's going to be Boba to try and expose it. Now, Serendipity looks to send Wingman into plant. Will they be ready for Harry? As he goes through, it will spot out Harry, and they know exactly where he is. Harry still manages to get a kill, though, so it's at least 1 for 1. But
oh, what a kill by
everything
Kamikaze.
falls apart around them. It's going to be the attackers walking out of this round almost unscathed, at least until Zero Cool managed to take out Serendipity and could potentially cause a little bit more damage as Fossey has hesitated on this push up for the flank. Zero Cool seems to be ready for it, having to turn on a swivel here, but has managed to work their way into the site. Wants to cause as much damage as they can. Tap on the spike, but Kamikaze is there to shut it down.
For a protein shake.
Well, it looks like we're coming to get a bubble comeback on this attack side.
Yeah, Boba, they're doing really well. The only round they haven't won is their bonus, and it's looked really clean as well. I mean, obviously their pistol, it was one off the back of a clutch, but it seemed to have reinvigorated them. The force buy that they had, I believe, survived with 4 alive. That last round, they survived with three alive. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. So it's so far been a really clean attack. I think we just saw Serendipity completely botch their Dizzy, but that's fine. He's going to have it back in 10 seconds. That's the strength of Gecko. You can get so much utility out of Gecko.
I mean, he's a walking assist machine. I'd hope
Really
he can. he's
Serendipity has that ult up again as well. Look at that.
Crazy.
This is great. This is absolutely crazy how much Gecko can just farm up that ultimate. And I mean, I feel like the only thing you could do to kind of stifle it from a development point of view would be to not have Wingman give you ultimate orbs on plant. But I don't know if Gecko is overtuned enough to really warrant a nerf right now. I will say this, Fossey is not nerfed inside of this map. We saw them have a lot of struggle on Lotus, but 13 and 12 right now, and has found a good amount of openers into this series. As Harry takes out Kamikaze, though, it's going to be even man count. Plays, though, quickly brings it back into the favor of Boba, and as that Thrash is committed towards the A site, it's going to clear out so much space, and Fossey is going to take advantage of it. As they send out the Wingman to get that plant down, Tofu cuts one off from behind, and this is a beautiful round from Boba. I said that they leaned into their attack, but god damn is this clean.
What a round by Fossey.
Honestly, yeah.
What a round by this Boba team. I mean, I don't know if you noticed this, but in this round, they knew that they were at a economic advantage. They spread the guns to the outer bits, making sure they were taking longer fights. Minus that Brim take into Hookah, but they were making sure they were keeping them out of distance of pistols.
Even when Kamikaze went down in Hookah there as well, they kind of just were like, all right, body lost, that's fine. We got the information. Spike hasn't been lost. We can just play it cool and go to whatever site is weakest. So it was well maintained all the way through by Boba. Local Boom is trying to get aggressive towards Showers here, wants to deny some of that control, but it's just going to be the orb farmed up for Boba here, and they have control of that Showers position. As Clays is once again lurking his way up short here. He's going to have to drop the wall, though. Means that the defenders are going to confirm that nobody has gotten through to U-Haul quite yet, so they can still play confident on this site. It's a gamble stack for our setup here, and it's only gonna be zero cool to try and hold off on this B site. As I say that though,
Harry.
Harry over. I love it when I curse people. It's great.
And I mean, this is definitely the person you don't want to be seeing.
Yeah, but on the other side, I mean, Boba is once again really spread out. They can't confidently. Oh my God, the barrel is Clay sees the barrel from Rowdy as he's aggressing through the smoke. He gets caught out there, and so now it's an advantage for Boba. However, a very questionable rotate from Harry will go unpunished as he manages to get back towards CT. That plant is going down on the B site. It's going to be a 4v4 retake. A lot of ult available to the defense if they want to commit them. And surely this has got to be a round that they want to try and get their foot in. It's a rifle round, and it's their chance to stop Boba from tying it up on this comeback. So I want to see these ultimates invested. However, the main focal point is that they have to be aggressive on this because Kamikaze has that orbital strike, can stall out the timer, and as it's getting low, we're gonna see it popped here. It feels like it might be too late, too little too late from Anarchy as they're trying to wrestle back these kills, but the spike is already so far gone. They're trying to get onto the defuse, but they can't hold on. Boba stall the time too far, and they tie up the score.
Man, I thought that was, wow, a lot closer. But good post plant by Boba, being able to delay them enough to be able to keep them off that bomb. I mean, it just seemed like they were getting collapsed on so quickly at the end, and as time was going out, as a 1v2 or 1v3. Good plays by Boba. Can I just say, can we get some helpers out here for Henry, man?
Is his name Henry?
Oh, Harry. Sorry, Harry.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew them personally or anything. But yeah, Harry is 25 and 15.
Oh.
It has been a very individual effort from him, and Serendipity is already almost back up to that ultimate. If he sends out Wingman and it gets that plant down, which looks like how it's going to go, as Fossey secures the space for them. Once again, the Thrash is going to be available. That's going to allow them to stall out the clock. Instead, they might want to invest it a little bit earlier. Serendipity does want to try and get a little bit aggressive with this potentially. He's actually going to just choose to still hold on to it just a little bit longer inside the safety of that Viper's pit. They're trying to avoid that showstopper, and they do well to do so. Serendipity playing on the edge of these smokes. It's just trying to isolate these players. It's so little time to work with, and they're stuck inside this pit, which means the spam is going to be so good from Boba to close out this round. They find double digits and take the lead.
Man, it just seems like they are just falling apart as they're on this defensive side. What happened to that old defensive bind that we all used to remember?
Tell you what happened. Boba happened. Their attacks are insanely clean. 8-4 half, and they're still just... I mean, they make it look like it was never even a disadvantage for them.
I mean, coming into this, it just...
Serendipity has crashes available as well. This is insane from Boba. Their economy, their ultimate economy management.
Here it comes.
A big standout.
Oh, that's big. That's big. That's big.
Harry does manage to get through the teleporter in time. Will Boba chase? Yes, they will. They send in the Dizzy, and Serendipity will not let him get away as they manage to secure this kill. It's a 5v3 advantage, and they have a lot of options available to them as well. Rowdy trying to hold Dippity in that teleporter, but the B site is so vulnerable right now, and Boba are able to just go wherever they please. They want to go back towards the side.
Look at this. Look at this. He's looking like he knows that he's being held right now.
Rowdy's not expecting Tofu. Oh my god. Rowdy might get caught out here as that haunt comes through.
And there
Rowdy
goes.
Shouters? Goodness.
Showers, guys.
Shouters, yeah. Is caught inside of Shouters, and this defense has crumbled. It looks to be an 11th by a flawless round.
Oh,
by Bo.
disgusting.
They lose Dippity, but it doesn't matter. They get their 11th, and they are looking absolutely beautiful on their attacking side.
I mean, I think once they saw that Clove get hit and they just run into that TP, they're like, yeah, we need to take care of this. When you take care of Harry, it just seems like it becomes a lot easier for them to be able to execute these sites.
That was so pointed from Serendipity, honestly. He
Yeah, no.
knew it was Harry inside that TP. He was like, wait, this guy's been 1v5ing us. Let me just go ego him inside his teleporter and remove him.
1v1, this is his domain, right?
I mean, it's not even a fair 1v1. Dude is detained, gets hit with the dizzy through a teleporter. It is as far from a fair 1v1 as it can be. And I mean, yeah, like you said, it's Dippity's domain. Oh, wait, I love that. Hold up.
Tippity domain.
I've been low-key this entire time. I've been like, okay, what can I pair with Dippity that's like funny, but also like a cool thing to strap to his name? Dippity's domain is 100% what it is. Ecstatic, you are a mad genius. I mean, Boba are looking absolutely great as well. We were questioning what they'd be looking like going into this tournament without having Colo, who was a big factor to their success in Honeydew, but they're looking, excuse me, I just hiccuped really bad. They're looking extremely strong, even without
Very
him.
rigid, I would say.
Yeah, they're a lot less bombastic than they used to be, but still carry that Boba flair with them. And now it's an eco for Anarchy as they're trying to hold off, but as this B long is abused time and time again, they find themselves at constant disadvantages, and Harry
And this
goes
is
down
just
without
going
anything to show
downhill.
for it. The carry has been lost. Look at that movement from Serendipity. That's beautiful. Poetry in motion. And Boom can't do anything to contest this. They're just pushing through.
Oh!
Line up for Topu as he beheads two players, and it's all left up to Bushy, stuck in the back of CT, and he can't do anything. It's a flawless round from Bo, but a fine match point, and they look to close this out 2-0 confidently.
Man, coming into this half, we would have never known this was gonna happen. Great play by Boba to be able to bring this back. I mean, I'm a little sad to see from last game how Rowdy was playing. You know, we couldn't see him perform like he was in last map, but man, what a map by Boba, at least.
Yeah, definitely for Anarchy, it's going to be a disappointing night. With this, they go down 0-2 in the league. It's not looking great for them, but hopefully we can see them start to bounce back. But alas, today is just not their day. It is Boba's. Possibly they look to close it out in this round. They've got 3 chances to finish this series, and Dippity opens it up well. The Zero Cool is taken out. The plant will be going down from that wingman, and Boom is stuck in the back of the site.
And we've got an ult. Oh no.
Crash is once again on board, and they're going to send it right into the CT. They confirm multiple players. They're not at all deterred as well. Getting ready to throw out the utility and burst on these players. That orbital strike comes through, and everything falls apart except for Rowdy. Manages to get 3 kills. Could potentially try and bounce back inside this round, but an ace will elude him once more as Boba sweep through and claim a 2-0 victory to secure a 2-0 standing in the league.
And I was about to say, you know, you call Rowdy by name and he shows up, but little bit too late. The 4K comes out. Jiggly closes it out.
Today, Dippity's domain was too much for Anarchy.
the right girl.